Yale's apartment?
I told you I'm on your side. Go ahead, search the place. I'll wait down here. When you're done, you can honor our arrangement and share your findings with me. Or not. It's your call, Mr. Blacksad. I'll make sure you're suitably compensated. Colbert! Wilson!
My only question is, how much information can I get away with not telling him? He's gonna expect some. But how little can I give him?
A woman's fragrance. Almost angelical.
Scarf. Interesting. Why is her scarf at this place? So she's been here recently. That's my guess. Especially if he's still.
I'm not sure how Yale's love of pickles will help me crack the case, but it's good to know.
How many days has Yale been missing again? See, I'm looking at. Okay. I was curious if I'd have him wash it anyway. Oh, stuff. Cooking on the stove. There's pizza.
Bubby seems like a nice kid, but I barely know him.
Hmm. Ugh. 17th century French fables. Mayor must be one boring old lady.
How long has the pizza been there?
The worst thing about O'Leary's boys dropping by isn't the beating, but the fact that I can't tell what's theirs and what's Yale's. Can't say this is the ideal drink for an athlete. Then again, it could be your classic bookie thug lunch.
What's the bag over by the broom? Really? Can't look at the bag? I'll check. Can I check the cabinet up top? If I look here, does it arch up in there? No, it doesn't arch up enough. What? Where's the large toilet? Damn. Zooms in before I can see. Book. Poems. Like his father.
Copy 1 of 3. Do you know any of his relatives?
Is his father ever Avenarius?
Avenarius? The boxer poet? Didn't he disappear 20 years ago?
He's trying to follow in his father's footsteps.
Why would you want such a big closet for so few clothes? Unless someone emptied it recently.
Right.
Nice chain. So, you like your mob stories, don't you, Bobby? Seems like Bobby inherited something more than boxing skills from his father, besides the tendency to vanish into thin air, of course.
That was a fucking loudest motorcycle. Father was a poet, he's a painter. Medicine cabinet's always a place to check.
Judging by the general state of the apartment, they were leading a quiet life.
No peeking out the windows.
Judging by the general state
Can't
of the
tell what
apartment,
anything is.
they were leading a quiet life.
This can't be all. Alright, look at that photo. It's not for deduction though. Wonder if weekly took any photos. No, well we already have this one.
That means she's been here recently, but why? What does Sweet Mary have to do with Yale, the murder suspect?
Why am I not going through any of the cabinets? Why did I only open one thing? You're joking if this is it. So I can leave through the window. I do that and I avoid O'Leary. I go out there, I have to tell him something. Only thing I learn is that Mary's been here. I tell him Mary's been here, that puts a target on her back. Makes it more difficult to speak with her than it already is going to be. Sonia's going to have gone to her. No matter what, dealing with O'Leary is not going to end well. I should only deal with him when I have to.
With people like O'Leary, you just never know. I didn't want to put Mary at risk.
Right.
Why not take her a little something instead?
Surprised they didn't have me grab the scarf. If there's more that I learned for, it's stuff that could have been useless. I had to talk to him, but 'cause I still could have used him for resources, information.
I've never trusted angels.
Mr. Blacksad? What a...
Surprise? When they fall, they turn into demons.
Joey told me he was going to spend the afternoon painting the gym and that Bobby would be fixing something up on the roof. So, after I found the body and called the police, I went to Bobby's place, but he wasn't there.
How did you open the door to his apartment?
I think it was already open. Everything is so confusing. I'm sorry, Mr. Blacksad.
Don't be. I'm here to figure it all out. What's your relationship with Bobby Yale?
Nothing accused.
He was like a son to Joey, and we were about to get married, so, you know.
Okay, I think it's time to set things straight. I knew you were cheating on Dunn with Yale. Or was it the other way around?
No. How can you even think of something like that?
How can you convince me otherwise? I found a picture at Yale's apartment. It's you and him on a roller coaster. Care to explain, Miss Purnell?
I'm not white, Mr. Blacksad.
What?
7 of my great-grandparents were white. The 8th was black. According to law, I'm a black citizen, even if my skin says the contrary. Do you know what that means when you're born in North Arlington, Alabama?
Segregated healthcare, with far worse conditions for colored people.
We even have different water fountains, for God's sake. The separate but equal doctrine and all that.
That damn nonsense.
And all the lies. That's why I moved here. No one knows what color my great-grandparents were.
I'm black too, and I don't hide it.
Well, at least you're a man.
In any case, what's that have to do with Bobby Yale?
He's my nephew, Mr. Blacksad. Joe and I first started taking care of poor Bobby when my sister died. That was when he was almost 15. The 3 of us went on that trip to Luna Park.
So this is where Joe Dunn comes in.
Bobby was the only one who knew about me and Joey. We were afraid that someone would use my past to ruin his career.
It's not the first time I hear that story. You should have told me this sooner.
I've been hiding it all my life. I'm sorry.
Heartbeat.
Mary smells like... Actually, the whole room smells like a pie fresh out of the oven. So I can't identify any other fragrances.
It's her scent. I want to hear her heartbeat. What is this? Bag. Is that another bullet? What else is there?
TV and radio all in one. Where will these mad times lead us?
That's not important at all. Nothing to do with scent. Something else with Mary? No. What's the other thing? What?
Fresh out of the oven.
What?
The whole room smells like pie.
I couldn't look over there. I was looking at the wall.
About Sonia Dunn and the ring. Well, I told her about you and Joe Dunn. I had no choice.
And what did she say?
I don't think she took it too well, but she might come to understand it.
Maybe. But I'm not so sure you'll be able to keep my other secret safe.
That cherry pie smells so good. I'm starting to get hungry.
Thanks. I pulled it out of the oven right before you arrived. Oh, where are my manners? I'm the worst hostess in the world.
I did not want to end the conversation. Is she gonna get shot in the window?
Let me go get a knife from the kitchen. And you must be thirsty. Let me see. OJ? Coffee?
Water's good, thanks. She's wearing the same clothes in both pictures, so she's probably telling the truth.
What is... Why am I leaving? Oh, okay.
Feels good to stretch out now and then.
Where did I even look? Where did that even lead to? Don't eat the pie. Don't eat the pie. No, you continue questioning. The pie is in front of you. You take it to go. And then you toss it. Don't eat the... He's still eating the pie. He's eating so much of the pie. He's eating the entire pie. Why are you eating the whole pie?
You should open a bakery and sell these pies.
Thanks. Joey used to say the same thing.
Now that there's almost no pie left, the scent has also disappeared. Interesting. Now Mary smells like a huge dog. Mary, when are you going to stop lying? I know your nephew is here. I can smell him.
What? No.
Oh,
I already
would've
told
messed
you
up.
I don't know where he is.
Look, I understand why you're protecting him, but it's in his best interest to end this hide and seek.
You can search the whole house if you want. Go ahead. He's not here.
Wait a minute. She's not the one who smells like that.
Okay, so it's not her.
That's where Bobby Yale's scent is coming from. So, that's why you were sitting there.
That's why the pie was there.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Could you step aside so I can check, please?
Please go.
Mary, for Christ's sake, put that knife down, would you?
Leave or I'll...
You don't have to do this, Mary.
I mean it.
I don't want to hurt you.
Leave her alone!
Bobby!
Ow! I thought I was meant to die. Oh, fuck. God damn it. The tray. Grab the tray. Damn. This was quite unexpected. Damn it. Is this why he doesn't want to fight?
Bobby!
Call an ambulance. Do as I say. Go on, call an ambulance. Do it now. In the face of a heart attack, there's two things you can't forget. One, Stay calm. 2. 1 chest compression per second. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi.
Bobby. Oh, Bobby. Thank you, Bobby. Bobby. Thank you.
I had lots of reasons to consider this a great day. I had investigated a suicide case. I had discovered that, in truth, we were dealing with a murder. I had found and captured the prime suspect. And I had saved a life.
Shouldn't have called the ambulance. Well, I mean, it is needed for him to properly receive attention, but still more to this.
And yet, everything in me screamed
Right.
that something was going wrong.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. There's something more to this.
Terribly wrong.
Interesting. I did not expect him to eat the pie and for that to be what I needed to do this properly. Because I could have walked away with nothing. What would have happened then? Could I have even? Or would it have forced me down this road anyway? I wonder.
Promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
I want a gun!
What the hell?
Bang, bang, bang!
A fair amount of violence, extortion, and casualty.
I hate detectives.
Bang, bang, bang!
You're dead meat, cat.
Illyria.
That you, Smirnov?
You seem agitated. Nightmare?
Yeah, I have a lot of those.
Yeah, that makes 2 of us. Anyway, why don't you go home? In his current condition, Yale's not going anywhere. Besides, we'll take it from here.
Who is that? Can we trust him?
I know how to pick my men, John. You? I'm not so sure. I asked you not to get involved, or at least give me a heads up.
No, you asked me not to do vigilantism.
If I hadn't intervened, Bobby Yale could be dead.
If you had warned me, maybe we could have avoided a heart attack. Anyway, what's done is done.
I promised no vigilantism. That's all I promised. That was literally it. And I didn't. I didn't provide any vigilantism. I saved that man's life. That was it. There's no calling him either.
When exactly did you realize that he killed Dunn?
I didn't say he killed Dunn. Nobody said that. What I said was Dunn was murdered.
Out of sheer curiosity. I'm a cop after all.
To be honest, I'm not so sure Yale killed anyone.
How about the motive? Any ideas?
No.
I've got several theories, but that's about it.
In any case, hopefully Yale will tell us more.
Would you let me ask him some questions when he wakes up?
I know you will, with or without my permission, so I'd rather not feel betrayed. In exchange, drop by the station when you can. Your investigation could really help my men. Who, by the way, must be waiting for me to interrogate Mary Purnell. Boy, she was hard to pry from Yale's side.
She lies often.
Don't go too soft on her. That girl's quite the liar.
She has been through a lot, but she
Will
lies
do.
quite a bit.
Thanks for the advice. And as for you, go get some rest. God knows you need it.
I can't promise anything.
Tell the nurses to look at that face of yours. You look like a film detective in his last scene.
I'm afraid this film isn't over yet.
For your sake, I hope you're wrong. You're in charge now, officer.
Okay.
I'll send you relief in 6 hours. Understood?
Doctor,
Who are? Oh, detective. Congratulations. You fared pretty well against that kid. Better than most would have. Now, if you'll excuse me.
let's just say I got lucky.
His nose?
We, as a society, simply don't trust reptiles. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is our extended belief that there's logic to that distrust, that it's natural and well-founded.
His name's Palmer.
How's Yale? Is he awake?
Oh, yeah. Go check on him before he falls asleep again. Although, try not to bother him with too many questions.
What's his current condition?
It's too soon to tell. He did have a heart attack after all.
Go away. I don't want to see you. The doctor told me to sleep.
I gotta ask careful
I
questions.
rarely get to interrogate a suspect with his guard down in a place as quiet as this.
I don't want to aggravate him.
Getting the chance to study his body language with no distractions is a rare gift. His heart rate is increasing. It could mean that he's lying, but it could also just be pure, unadulterated rage. He's looking straight at me. If he couldn't hold my stare, I'd think he's lying, but that's not the case. He's clenching his fist, a sign of contained anger. Clenched fist, fast heart rate, fixed stare. He feels some genuine rage towards me. I'm sorry you don't want to see me, but I saved your life, son.
Maybe my aunt feels gratitude. I certainly don't. Luckily, I just got my medication. I'll be snoozing soon.
All right, I'll just cut to the chase.
Who killed Dunn? I know he didn't. What is this gonna be the same thing?
Is he lying, or did his heart rate speed up out of rage?
A little bit of both, I imagine. And again.
Is he holding back his rage?
Is that a question? This man is furious.
He can't look me in the eye. I'd say he's lying. Who killed Joe Dunn?
What? Are you trying to confuse me? Joe hanged himself.
Dunn was too short to hang himself with that rope.
So, it's true? He was murdered.
Okay, nothing new, so the heart rate doesn't change or anything.
I know Dunn threatened to call off the fight. Why?
How do you know that?
I'm a detective.
That was his anger talking. He never really meant it.
That doesn't matter. Why was he so mad at you? What did you do?
Nothing. Joe thought that I wasn't training hard enough. That I was going to lose.
Tough love.
All right. Let's just say that I believe you. The murderer killed Dunn with a chest expander and planted evidence to make us believe it was suicide. But he also left enough clues behind to make sure we found the true murder weapon. Then he put the chest expander box in your locker to frame you. Do you know anyone that twisted and who also happens to have a motive?
I don't know.
Who's Frank Cassidy? I don't think Desmond would have done it himself. Jake probably could have used his own fists. Who is Frank Cassidy? I don't remember that name. Oh, yes I do. Yes, he's the
What
opposite.
about Frank Cassidy?
That walrus man.
Do you
Yep.
think he has a motive?
Maybe. A few weeks ago, Joe took me to a boxing managers association meeting.
Headed by Cassidy.
Yeah. He was obsessed with making it illegal for boxers to fight without a manager. Or without an associated manager. Everyone seemed to go along with it until Joe spoke up. He said that would lower us to mob status. That Cassidy had founded the association just to make money by monopolizing the sport. That made others think twice. And Cassidy ended up empty-handed.
Poor Cassidy. Desmond O'Leary certainly seems twisted enough. Did he have anything against Dunn?
I'm not sure if they knew each other. At least not in person. About a month ago, Joe kicked one of O'Leary's men out of the gym. He was trying to give a business card to...
Jake Ostiambi.
Yeah, exactly. Did Jake tell you about that?
Something like that. What about Sonia Dunn?
Sonia? I doubt it. She's odd, but she's his daughter.
I've seen worse, believe me.
Blacksad. I think I owe you an, You know, my father disappeared when I was 6, right after winning a fight. We never heard from him again. Do you know what that does to a kid? Who knows where I'd be if Joe Dunn hadn't been in my life. Even when I lost my way and put a gun to his head years later, he still took me under his wing and managed to steer me in the right direction. And now that he's gone, you're risking your life to find his murderer. Thanks.
You're welcome.
He took so long to say that.
The number of cigarette butts is inversely proportional to my hours of sleep. Ah, damn.
No. What?
Is that eye movement normal?
Rapid eye movement in REM sleep typically occurred with intense dreaming. They're moving as fast as...
The hands say a lot about what's going on inside a person.
Steady.
He seems restless. Should I tell someone?
Pain on the boots?
Ugh.
Why would you smell it? No pain on the boots.
See? There's no fever whatsoever. He must be having a nightmare.
Are you sure?
Wouldn't you have nightmares too after what he went through yesterday? I know I sure wouldn't sleep.
I have nightmares myself, but those go way back.
Oh, the poor thing. Do you know what my nightmare is? It's that witch I have to work with. Oh. Good thing she's got trauma surgery at 12:30, but I wish it were a little sooner, you know? Anyway, thank you for letting me know. And for bringing him in. You don't know how excited I am to be involved in a criminal case.
How are you now?
It might not be important, but I need to take a look at his medical report.
She'll be able to be utilized to help. The other nurse will be gone. She's got to be be careful if I can't tell her anything. Why are those still useful? Should I have kept the information to phone later? What's the deduction that can have? Are these his father's shoes? No. Oh, duh, this and the... Duh.
No, the footprints don't match. If Yale killed Dunn, he did it without stepping in the paint, or in different shoes.
He didn't do it. It wouldn't be that simple. Let's see if we can get a call from Weekly. Any info from Weekly? Update Sony on the news.
Dunn's Gym. Sheikh Ostiumbi speaking.
Jake, it's Blacksad. I just wanted to...
I have work to do, John. Call you later. Ronald, get on that ring!
Okay, well I was hoping I could... because I thought he was gonna get irritated if I was like, get Sonya on the phone. I figured, start with pleasantries to then get what I need. What time is it now? Can't. All I can do is look at that, really? Don't just grab for it, please. Before I start the conversation, I want more information. I know she's leaving at 12:30. What's the current time? That's what I'm wondering again. No. Why is he leaving? Wait, what?
Jerry Highfill. Long time no see.
Blacksad, I didn't want to wake you. How's the boy?
Asleep.
I hope he recovers in time for the fight. I got tickets. Although between you and me, he doesn't stand a chance. It'll be a fun bout, nonetheless. Not like this. God, this is boring.
I'm out of cigarettes. Can I bum one?
Don't smoke or drink. No vice for me. Smoking's dirty. Alcohol goes straight to your head, and women, they're all just mean. Well, everyone except mine.
Are you sure about that? Not even one little vice?
Nope. Between you and me, when someone gives in to vice, it's because something's missing. Something in their life just isn't right. I've got a good wife, a good job, a good house, a good TV, and a good hobby. Sports. Well, watching them, that is. What else do I need, eh? Blacksad, vice is for losers. Man, I'm bored.
Are the odds against Yale that bad?
The boy's talented, don't get me wrong. But stone is stone, you know? I bet half my pay, but you know, no vice for me.
You say you've got a good job, and yet you're bored.
Well, it's just a figure of speech, really. I like my job. Is it boring? Yes, but I can entertain myself with a good fight or a football game. Well, watching them, that is.
Well, I'm going back in.
Are there any other cigarettes in the other one? You're gonna need one to get her out of here. I guess it is anyway. If I could. Ah. Okay. No, that's fine. Okay.
Hi.
You're awake, handsome?
Oh, that's. I just realized what that sound is. Alright, I'll be right back. Alrighty, there we go. Phone keeps ringing. So I ask her for a cigarette. She walks over there, realizes that the phone's ringing. Is that it?
Yale's medical report is right there. Mind if I take a look?
Let's go with the blunt answer. That's about it. That's what I expected.
No, I don't think so, handsome.
I'll take a pack of Morleys, please.
Honey, get me a pack of Morleys for Mr. Handsome.
Damn it. She's the one grabbing it. Why did he start something? Whoa. Why? Stop.
What if you show me Yale's report and I buy you dinner?
You're handsome, all right, but I'm not stupid.
I won't be able to read Yale's medical report if she's around.
Right.
It seems like the Doe nurse will be assisting Dr. Talbot during his 12:30 surgery. In 4 hours. Could I get them to operate any sooner?
I just read Talbot's number. I have that, don't I? Is that a number I have? Let me see. No, there's not even a doctor right now. Okay. What's that on the ground? That's one of the baseball cards. There we go. There's so many of these now, I think. Do I have for any of the broken ones? Do I have a full amount? There's quite a few of them. So I'm assuming these are real, like, these are real names. Oh, they're just sports cards, cool. I'm assuming these names are real people. I don't know anyone. Interesting. Okay. I guess what is it? They don't really call me saying.
Trauma? Sherry speaking.
Get Dr. Gregor Talbot, please.
Yes, 1 minute. No, actually, Dr. Talbot won't be in until 12:30 according to my registry. Can I ask who's calling, please?
Just hung up. I doubt that's gonna work. She just heard my voice. Well, let's exhaust all the options.
Sherry, this is Dr. Talbot. We have to reschedule the 12:30 procedure. I want everyone in the operating room in 5 minutes. If anyone gives you any grief, tell them it's a matter of life or death. Understood?
A matter of life and death. A matter of life and
that
death. You
worked?
gotta be kidding me. These people.
What? That should... what? Has she never heard Dr. Talbot before? Over the phone? It's so dumb. Hi there.
All right, now. How do I put this? I need something that you...
Oh. Only if you guess why I'm giving it to you.
Spite your phone, nurse.
I think you just want to spite your fellow nurse.
Well, aren't you smart?
She doesn't like her.
But be quick about it. You hear me, huh? If that witch comes back.
Can't... that you can't...
What? What does it say here?
Ah, you know doctors. The top handwriting is mine. Let's see. Extrasystole and dehydration caused by panic attack.
Extra what?
You know, arrhythmia, like skipped heartbeats.
What about this here?
It's a good thing I know that Mr. Yale is in Dr. Ferguson's hands. Otherwise, I'd be worried.
Hey, no means no, miss.
You really don't know who I am, do you?
Miss, I've got orders. And the fact is, those orders say that...
Here you are, Miss Dunn.
Huh?
Tell him, Blacksad. I can't get through that thick skull of his.
You see, Highfill,
Ah! Let's
this
go
is
with
my
it.
assistant, Jerry.
Assistant? How so?
She's helping me with the investigation.
Between you and me, and all due respect, miss, but aren't we taking this woman's liberation a little too far? All right, go ahead. I guess it's her business after all.
Your assistant? You think I'd make a good detective?
Play to where you go.
Yeah. You're smart and brave. Two of our hallmark traits.
Wow. I think that's the first nice thing you've ever said to me. Anyway, you did your job. I'll send you a check the day after the fight. You can leave now.
Ah! Why can't I? Yeah, we're not.
No. She's gonna do something stupid. Sonia, don't.
He killed my father. You said so yourself.
I never said that.
No. I told you I wasn't sure.
He almost killed you in that floozy's apartment. How could he not be guilty?
You can't take justice into your own hands. Believe me, it will haunt you as long as you live.
Shut up. None of that matters. How could he not be guilty?
Your father sacrificed everything to pay your way through college. If you do this, you'll destroy the future your father wanted you to have.
Come on. Yes! Let's go! Yes!
It's okay.
Okay, that was close. Hug, show kindness, play the ego. Get that emotional investment in there. Who is that? Ooh, a lion?
Uncle Tim!
Sweetie, I came back from Los Angeles as soon as I could.
I told you not to rush back.
Come on now, honey. Aren't you going to introduce me to your friend?
No, this is John Blacksad, the detective who found Bobby.
Oh, so this is strictly professional. I thought you had some good news for your uncle.
No, Uncle Tim, don't be silly.
Don't be silly. Look at you. Smart, educated, as dazzling as the brightest of stars. Every single man in this city should be at your feet. Come on, we'd better let him rest.
I'll be right behind you. Okay, grab the gun. Grab the fucking gun.
I see. Let's say you're right and Bobby Yale is innocent. Who should we focus on now?
We?
Well, your father turned down my money, but he made me promise one thing, that I'd take care of you if anything happened to him.
But I can...
I know you're perfectly capable of managing that gym on your own, but we don't even know if he'll be ready to fight Stone. Besides, someone seems really invested in stopping that fight, and someone has to pay Mr. Blacksad to get to the bottom of all this. Please, talk some sense into her.
It's your life. As much as you love your uncle, it's up to you to decide whether you want his help or not.
Blacksad, I was just starting to like you.
All right. Thank you, Uncle. Thank you so much.
All right, stop crying or you'll ruin your makeup, honey. Now fix yourself up and I'll buy you some breakfast.
Wait, my purse.
I'll get it. It must be...
Blacksad, wait a minute. I think she needs some time alone, just like you and me. Listen, boy, do whatever it takes to find Joe's murder. Whatever it takes. If things get messy, don't worry. I'll clean them up. Deal?
Not a vigilante.
I'm not a vigilante.
Well, suit yourself. Just get that ball to the end zone.
No. Are you telling stories about the great iron arm again?
Wait a minute. Of course. The Milestones quarterback. Tim Iron Arm Thorpe.
It's a good thing folks usually recognize me sooner. Blacksad, you coming to breakfast?
I'd love to, but I have to go ask for a favor.
No vices, huh, Jerry?
The investigation required that I ask Jake for a small favor. Or demand it, if worse came to worst.
Why are there two different doctors?
Huh. That lizard isn't Yale's doctor.
Right. Shit. O'Leary's guys. Hey to the bear first, because I say hey to Jake, he gets punched in the face, gets angry.
How many hits does a boxer take to the head throughout his career?
Far too many.
This one's got extra padding, just like Jake. Hey, hi.
Hey, hi?
Hey, focus, will ya?
Hey, Jake.
Not now, John.
I can... Okay, is Sonya up there? Is there any way... Can I ring the bell? Can I ring it? Yes. That'll do it.
All right, that's enough. Take 5. Go on. What, John? What's so important?
Let's see. If I ask about Sonya, he could get irritated. I ask why you coaching that guy. He might get annoyed at the fact that it's just a random pressing because it's not even important. But if I get straight to the meat, he might not answer at all. Jake loves to talk. And like Sonya, maybe he'll like to talk about Sonya.
Have you noticed anything strange about Sonya?
I don't know. Yesterday she said she hated the gym. But it also seemed like she wanted to save the place. Do you get any of this? I sure don't.
It might not have seemed that way, but she loved her dad. Believe me, I've got reasons to be certain. Why are you coaching that guy?
Oh, that's right. You don't know. Sonya asked me to run the gym. Well, at least the fun part. As soon as Bobby Yale's back on his feet, I'll turn him into a champ. I'll make him crush stone. Just you wait. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Stop working for O'Leary.
Couldn't you just stop working for O'Leary?
No, in addition to it.
Yeah, I guess I could.
Okay, good. That puts Jake on the mindset of it.
Could you tell me where O'Leary's headquarters are?
He doesn't know. They wouldn't let someone like him.
What for? No. You could get me into trouble. No way.
You lied to me yesterday, and being the good friend that I am, I kept your secret. You owe me. I don't think I'd keep protecting you if we weren't friends. Although, if we were friends, you wouldn't hesitate to help me. Tell me, Jake, are we friends or not?
Damned cat. All right. O'Leary's hideout is in the basement of a Chinese restaurant. But I don't even know how to get in.
Well, I'll see you tonight.
Wait, were we supposed to meet?
Of course. Your place, 11 p.m. See you there.
Ronald, the break's over.
After 30 hours of work and several beatings, every bone in my body ached for a bed.
Now it's my turn.
So I went home to recharge. Because the night ahead was bound to be promising.
Yeah, it is.
What do you know about that basement?
Well, let me think. Nothing?
Come on, Jake, for Christ's sake.
Let's go joking.
Strain that little boxer brain. You must know something.
I've come to get O'Leary several times, but they always make me wait in the dining room. One day it was so late that the restaurant was closed. They made me call from a payphone in that alley over there to let them know I was here. A few minutes later, O'Leary came out the back door, that red one there.
All right. You stay by the payphone. Wait till I'm inside. If you see anyone, call the same number you did that one time. Let it ring twice and hang up. Got it?
Screw you!
A promising night indeed.
Am I standing guard by the door? Where am I standing guard by? Shit. That's not promising.
A bit too high to climb. If the basement I'm looking for were in that building.
Okay, so based on the fact that that's there, I'm meant to explore around. I'm not just stand there and wait for time to vent. Or we'll have time to vent for Jake to do what he needs to do. I've got somewhere I gotta go. Did I go by the trash can on this side? Nothing. Not ringing the bell.
If I'm right, could it be an elevator shaft? How does this thing open?
What happened? Should we run for it?
Do I look like I'm in a hurry? Check out that graffiti. You're in On Leon Tong territory.
Wow, I thought the Tong Wars had ended years ago.
Maybe someone nostalgic just got bored.
Damn Chinese mafias.
Yeah, American mafias are infinitely better, no doubt.
Are you done?
What do you think? There's a trapdoor on the ground, right by the restaurant. Does that sound familiar?
Huh? The restaurant or the trapdoor?
Okay. Forget it.
What's taking you so long?
You want to switch places? Okay, I'm going back to the alley. I'll let you know if I need anything.
Oi, oi, oi. Jake is not the sharpest tool in the shed. Kitchen. I'm tired. shouldn't even be looking up here, honestly.
I'm guessing it lights up when they ring at the main door.
There's a shotgun on the wall.
Does he need a shotgun to deal with suppliers? Maybe it leads to the basement.
Stupid rabbit.
Or maybe this is the way to the basement and not that corridor. Would he even notice if I got in?
Yes.
Stupid rabbit.
Something tells me he'd notice me no matter how stealthy I was.
He's dumb, but he ain't that dumb. Let's see. Does Jacob have anything new about the information I just gained? Anything new to say? If he doesn't, I gotta ring that
What?
bell. Which seems like a real bad idea.
I've seen two possible ways to access the basement, but
You really think I can help you with that?
Maybe you could hear a sound. You heard a door opening before the other door, then I'd know it's the fucking door to the door to take down. Fuck, I'm tired.
there's a guy watching TV inside the restaurant. A red panda, I think.
Doesn't ring a bell. I don't recall any panda waiters.
Interesting.
I need you to go to the front door and ring the bell.
All right, is there a bar in that alley? Have you been drinking?
Count to 30, ring the bell, then run for the car. Got it?
Whoa, you better send a bunch of Natalias my way after this. So, now what are you gonna do?
I'll open the door with my lockpicks. Once I'm in, I'm still not sure if I'll take the hall or the door on the right.
How much time will I have to scan the guards area? He went down the hallway, so that's to the main.
The lock on that door was not your standard model. I had to give it my all.
Oh shit, I started getting worried. It's definitely not down the hall. Not a standard model lock. Hallways where he just went. And this is where I get ambushed. Can't see well in the dark. Open your eyes, man. Find a source of light before the lighter runs out. Switches. I figured I was looking at a light switch a minute ago, but at least I could pull them or push the buttons. There we go. Flashlight.
Why do they have so many paper notes? Do they get that many orders?
Question is, how do I get out of here now, though? This table. Where's the table? There was a table here. It had cigarettes or something on it. And what happened to the red buttons? Oh, my whole angle's changed. Okay, so I can't mess with it. Obviously, it's not.
Huh. I was expecting some frozen bodies.
Haven't opened anything yet.
Hmm.
this though. Okay, see this now. I see why. I did not understand why I was moving that one. So you can see like, the freaking scratch marks so that it moves. That's how I put this in place. Come on. This seems like a bad idea. Dartboard in there. Because, you know, it's like a larger room for whatever. This is gonna take me outside. This is how I get out of here.
The odds are incredibly in Stone's favor. I guess that he's the reigning champion, and Bobby Yale is just a contender, but maybe word got out about his condition.
No, it's gonna be a fixed fight. Al's gonna fall. The doctor.
Huh. Looks like those colorful notes weren't restaurant orders after all.
Don't make a phone call yet. Phone call's gonna make noise.
Does O'Leary have a network of pals?
Yes. Don't make a phone call. Not yet.
Wow. I didn't realize you could place so many bets on a single baseball game.
I make the phone call, that's gonna call Jake. There's still more to learn. Call Jake when I'm ready to go.
It looks like a summary of all the bets that come in. Day, amount, bet, wagerer. Wait a minute. Did O'Leary himself bet $5,000 on Yale?
No, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. It's a fixed fight, like I said. For a second I thought he was talking about freaking Stone.
Sometimes I forget that criminals, even the office variety, have family and kids. Anyway, maybe things aren't so bad on the dark side.
What? I didn't understand how to answer that.
16 days until the fight.
Okay.
A little thingamajig that adds on its own. What'll they think of next?
It's calculator. Wildberries. They're on these shelves. Kirkland. It's over here. It's gotta be O'Leary's. Why is there me as a fish?
Could that be Ireland? I'd say that's Ireland too.
Well, we already know he's Irish, so. Not yet.
A Crossler? The good news is, I don't need lockpicks to open it.
Bad news.
The bad news, I didn't bring explosives.
Now we check.
Even Dunn had a gun in his office. O'Leary couldn't possibly be the exception. Dunn had $200 in his safe. O'Leary had about $20,000 in a drawer.
I hate the way this freaking
Ireland, of course. This guy's obsessed.
I wouldn't say he's obsessed. I'd say he knows where he comes from.
I hope I never become the object of O'Leary's obsession.
He's making sure to keep in touch with his culture. Step slow. Secret passage. Nope, light source. No, it is secret passage.
The painting concealed file after file of celebrity reports with all sorts of shady information, ranging from S to Z. Almost all of them were athletes. Is that what O'Leary meant when he said that detectives and police officers were his friends? I wonder how many spy for him. If I were to pitch in, who would I spy on?
No, just close it. We're not thinking about that. What? The light's still on there. I was trying to turn it off. What? Am I looking at something? Okay, okay.
Thorpe had been a rising football star before the war, which he came back from with honors and decorations. After the truce, he resumed his career. He won 3 season trophies and a couple of MVP awards. He retired after an accident that left him paralyzed from the waist down. He started his own sports advertising agency 4 years ago, but according to the files, O'Leary hadn't even tried to corrupt him.
Okay, so he can't be trusted. Let's look at Bobby's. I'm assuming this is the gang that he was with was a splinter faction or smaller version. Not splinter faction, a separate...
In Bobby Yale's folder, all I found was a log of his incredible stats as an aspiring champion. 20 victories, 16 by knockout. Although, at the end of the report, someone had underlined one word several times. Untouchable.
Is that because of Joe?
According to Stone's report, he was so clean, not to mention hard to corrupt, that O'Leary opted for a more subtle strategy. Apparently, when he broke up with the tennis player Helen Moore, he set her up with Stone. Lucky for him, they hit it off. As I put away the report, I stopped in my tracks.
One of me?
Did I really want to risk knowing what O'Leary had on my good friend, the incorruptible police commissioner?
Yes, you read the report. I trust him, but I'm gonna read this. Oh,
I sighed in relief. O'Leary had tried to buy Smirnoff on several occasions, but failed. Luckily, O'Leary had nothing on him, or me.
interesting. Okay. I mean, it's not like Smirnoff's gonna know I read this. I trust Smirnoff.
Limited edition copy 2 of 3. We listen, if you call it listening, to the sentimental romance. Your eyes act like the moon. If they're not together anymore, why does O'Leary keep so many pictures of romantic moments with Helen Moore?
is that the only one with the light on? That wasn't on when I first came in here, I don't think. And if so, I wanted to turn it back on. Off. Oh my god. Just... Okay, so that's messing with the lighting there. Shut that light back off. This is not good. It had to have been left on. I hate the fact that I have to use this stupid flashlight for this. It was left on as a joke. It was left on. It's because I meant to look at all of them. Let's look at Jake.
Strange as it may seem, the reports revealed that O'Leary had hired Jake as a bodyguard precisely because he was absolutely clean. Apparently, he liked to surround himself with honest people when he mingled with the high society. Helen Moore's file was, by far, one of the juiciest. She had been just a run-of-the-mill tennis player until O'Leary launched her career by rigging enough games to help her climb the ranking. However, O'Leary hadn't fixed any of her games in over a year. In spite of that, she remained undefeated. Be as it may, it was clear that O'Leary had enough information to ruin her career.
Turn the light off. Turn that light off. They're gonna know we've been in here. This is dumb. Okay, so the light was not left on like my second thing was. It was off, like I had thought.
I'd say O'Leary has threatened Stone with ruining Moore's career.
It's a pen.
Luckily or not, files N through R included no one that I could somehow connect to the case.
Turn off the lights. God. You're just telling them we're here.
Dunn's integrity was legendary, even in O'Leary's shady reports, just like Yale had said. Dunn had kicked one of O'Leary's men out of the gym when he found him snooping around.
O'Leary men disappear, I imagine.
The report on Yale's father was the shortest of all, since only his name was left. Why?
Only his name was left? There's nothing more. No. Is he dead? I forget. If he's dead, then that's why. There's no reason.
Cassidy's report was possibly the longest among all of O'Leary's files. Apparently, their rivalry went way back. So much so that they spied on each other in the most unthinkable ways. At least I was able to confirm what Yale had told me. Cassidy had threatened Dunn after he refused to join the managers' union.
Shit. What have I sent Weekly to do? Oh shit, Weekly didn't answer. Also, how would he have answered? They don't have they don't have cell phones. Something else interesting. It's a cabinet. What is with the freaking weird catfish? That's literally me.
Jake. Someone was coming.
Are we or are we not exemplary workers, Jimmy? Here it is, middle of the night. And we're working extra hours. Hey, Jimmy, what do you think about that?
I think he's scared stiff, Desmond.
Why's that, Jimmy? We're giving you the red carpet treatment. We even let you in the boss's office.
You're one lucky fellow.
You can't say I don't treat you well, Jimmy.
Yeah. Speak, you moron.
Yeah, very well. Why are you...
Shh. Calm down. How long have you worked for me, Jimmy?
3 months. 3 months.
Oh, yeah. I hired you right after your cousin Martin died. I need your opinion. How would you punish someone for ruining an innocent man's life with a hit and run, Jimmy?
I don't know.
Then tell me, what about you, Wilson? What would you do?
No, please. I didn't do anything. I swear.
Fuck. He was a good guy. Of course, you already knew that. You knew him better than me, right?
He was my cousin.
That's why I hired you, Jimmy. You see, Martin was a dear friend. And his widow said you were a nice kid. That you do a good job and you needed the money. And I have a soft spot for those in need.
Please.
But, you know what? I talked to her just yesterday. She told us you did some naughty things to her with that gun, Jimmy.
No.
That's no way to treat a widow, is it?
She's lying. Why would I do that?
What about the kid?
It just gets his butt.
Are you so sure you know how long a kid can hold his breath? With his little head inside a toilet bowl?
Son of a bitch.
I didn't want to. It was his idea.
Selfishly, I was glad I hadn't risked my life to save Jimmy. Maybe not even someone like him deserves to die. But one could also argue that I didn't deserve to die for someone like him.
Who's your boss? Give me a name!
Cassidy. It was his idea. He said you'd hired me if I'd managed to scare the widow, and I just...
All right. Let's just... calm down now. Okay? It's gonna be okay.
He's not gonna shoot him in his own office. Too much blood, too much mess. Oh shit, he is.
There are two sacred principles that rule my life. The first principle is the love for my family. I'd do anything to protect them. The second principle, I never put my future in the hands of fate. I always play it nice and safe. And I would even add a third principle, or better yet, a rule. If anything threatens either of these two crucial principles, I take matters into my own hands. You see where this is going? For the first time, I got someone killed. Even though all I really did was rat him out.
No, I just...
Stop interrupting me, Jimmy! It's not polite! You're all the same. So rude. You know what? Let's leave it at that. You're going to give a message to that disgusting walrus Cassidy, aren't you?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Yeah, sure.
Good boy.
The message is for death.
What's the message?
Oh, Jimmy,
They brought a rug in there, man.
Jimmy, you still don't get it, do you? You are the message. Come on, wrap him up. Make sure Cassidy gets the message for breakfast, will you? I hope he chugs on it.
Got it.
Where are you hiding, little fishy? Once again, you didn't get to hear the end of my story.
So it's a good thing I didn't say anything about Mary. Who could have saw that coming? Go out the front. Red Panda's still there. Why was that how he chose to hide? Why didn't he go back in? I did not think that was looking at my hide at all. That was fucking stupid. That was so dumb. What? I thought when it said I'd even step back inside. Attack. He's got the shotgun. Attacking him was the dumb option. Ringing the bell. He's gonna look this way. So, oh my god. The restaurant's closed. You go out the front. Nobody's there. I guess I ring the bell.
What? Just where do you think you're going, putty cat?
Dude, that was so dumb.
Two sacred principles rule my life. The first is the love I feel for my family. The second, never leave destiny in the hands of fate. I always play it nice and safe. And I'd even add a third principle, or better yet, a rule. If anything threatens either of these two principles, I take matters into my own hands. The first time that someone died because of me, even though all I did was rat him out, well, that guy ended up in the Hudson River, right off Pier 27. He's got to be even wetter than that fish by now. You should have seen his face.
It's interesting what comes to mind when you think you're about to die. Suddenly all I could think about was how much I wanted a pet fish.
You too, Bruce?
Anyway, I was 14 years old, and I still dream about her, about his widow and his son.
By then, I was adamant about buying a fish. But first...
That was that. Never again. Nowadays,
Whether it's me who pulls the trigger or not, I have zero regrets. What's more, I sort of enjoy it.
When a mob boss declares his love of family, it can only mean that A, he won't hesitate to ruin yours, and B, he's cheating on his wife. In case anyone had any doubts about who's the boss around here, I'll put my dirty feet on his luxurious table to prove that all of this is mine. The guy never hesitates to pull the trigger. Even if I hadn't seen what he did to Jimmy, I'd know he's not bluffing.
So I was meant to get caught no matter what. It was just a question of morality whether or not I tried to save Jimmy, which he was going to die anyway.
His pupils are dilated, and there's a slight grin on his face. The bastard is enjoying himself. I knew I had it in me to get out of that place alive. No. O'Leary's wife is having an affair with Colbert? Should I serve this to O'Leary on a silver platter? Or threaten Colbert so he'll get me out of this mess?
And, well, that's it, I think.
Colbert won't help me.
You know, Blacksad, I never made it this far. Congratulations. You're going in style.
I didn't want to interrupt you because I respect you and your word, but I'm actually here to help. Your wife is having an affair with Colbert.
What?
Colbert's already done things he's not supposed to be doing.
No way!
Like beating a detective.
Well, here's the thing. I don't respect your word. And since you brought me no proof...
Check my coat pocket, on the right.
That's why that was still
there. Oh, Blacksad, Blacksad, Blacksad. Ah! Oops. Thank you very much. And sorry for jumping to conclusions. First, you get a random beating from Colbert. And now this. Although you have to admit I had my reasons to be suspicious, you ran away from Yale's apartment, didn't you? But as you well know, you can't trust anyone in this world. Take it. It's only fair.
What?
I want to bet it all on the fight.
Ah, so you're a gambler after all. We listen, if you call it listening, to the sentimental
Maybe
romance.
that'll allow me to keep him nearby.
Your eyes act like the moon.
Ah, a cultured man. Anyway, go ahead. Place your bet.
I bet it all on Yale.
Oh, Blacksad. Aren't these odd hours to pay me a visit? Your message was important, but certainly not urgent. It could have waited until tomorrow, don't you think?
Don't look at me. This was Colbert's idea.
What? What did that even mean? What? Wait.
I wish I was a noir fiction writer. At this very moment, I could write a couple of pointed, ironic remarks for the narrator to recount what I just lived through. The dark, crooked alleys of New York reminded me of the state of my own soul. No.
That's not gonna fight me not taking that.
Fall loomed over me with
Would
the...
have been like, no, I'm not agreeing with you. I want.
Fall struck me with the full force of my long-lost
Because otherwise I'd
youth.
have been shot.
Nah,
A
not
man of
that.
too much honor and integrity.
Fall descended
What
over
the
me
fuck?
with the full weight of a guilty conscience.
Oh.
God, that's worse.
What's going on? Why am I gonna attack my guys? Oh, you're a gangster. Why? They're trying to hit me. So I would have lost that money either way.
What were you thinking? He wants him alive.
He.
I felt fall seep through my bones like the pain of a good beating. Mediocre, but appropriate. Against all odds, next morning I got up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And I had my kind, unknown assailants to thank. The beating had taken its toll, but for the first time in months, I had slept like a baby.
That's so.
Oh, come on, Helen, focus! All right, take 5. We'll work on that double backhand later.
FBI?
Well, Mr. Blackmore,
Ah.
what can I do for the FBI?
What the fuck? I guess this one.
What every blue-blooded American should do. Ride the wave of success, on a global scale if possible.
Non-threatening.
Yeah, sure. We have to beat those commies on every battlefield, be it in Korea, a clay court, or Wimbledon. But that's not what you mean, right?
Okay.
Maybe if we could speak in private?
Alec!
Coming!
You've got 4 minutes, Mr. Blackmore, so... make them count.
Contraband.
We're aware of at least 6 rigged games during your first year as a professional player.
And?
You won all of them.
Are you trying to offend me? I give my all on the court. I can't be held accountable if my rivals don't do the same. Go interrogate them.
Okay, so I get options to go through all this. I get to exhaust it all. Okay. Fuck it, contraband. What the fuck
We
is
know
that
you
one?
smuggle contraband during your international tournaments.
Oh, really? Are you sure? Like, what exactly?
I think she called my bluff. Or did she? Should I follow through or say I was kidding?
Make a joke.
I'm convinced you're part of a dangerous international network that smuggles champies.
For a moment there, I thought you were serious. Glad to see the FBI has a sense of humor. You've got my full attention now.
We know about you and Desmond O'Leary.
Wow, the FBI sure knows what it's doing. So, out of the 100 million Americans who know about that, who did you extort to get such highly confidential information?
The thing is, well...
You see, I'd love to wipe out that part of my past, but whatever.
Do you have any regrets?
Ads pay more than trophies. Can you believe it? Being associated with such a shady character could only damage my reputation. Trust me, never get involved with a married man. Anyway, at least now I know why you mentioned the rigged games. I can't blame you, Mr. Blackmore. I understand why I seem suspect.
They say you're currently involved with Al Stone, the boxer. Is that correct?
Wow, your sagacity never ceases to amaze me.
Don't beat around the bush. We know why you're with him.
Oh, so you like his biceps too?
Desmond O'Leary asked you to seduce Stone. Why?
What? No, I met Al by chance at a party. A party hosted by Desmond O'Leary. No, that can't be. No one is that shrewd. Not even him. Damn, I hate that bastard. Anyway, now I get why you brought up the rigged games and your obsession with O'Leary. What do you really have against him? And don't say illegal gambling.
Chicago mob.
We've got reason to believe he's working with the Chicago mob. This isn't just illegal gambling anymore. It's organized crime.
I think I know where you're going with this. Smuggling champies.
I'm serious, Miss Moore. America can't afford to let anyone shake its foundations like that. And America's sweetheart can't afford it either. Help us out. Talk to us.
And why should I, Mr. Blackmore? What do I stand to gain or lose?
I'm sure you're aware that we could end your career if what we know goes public. But no one wants that to happen, right?
This is actually quite simple.
What's in her bag? What is it? Oh my god, so finicky.
One lucky gal.
Damn it, she's still with her. She doesn't hate him.
You have a light, sir?
The pearly white teeth of someone who barely smokes. Am I making her nervous? Damn. I'm almost out of fluid.
Wanna know my trick? Go down to start, then up with it, and then down again. Thanks. I don't know what you want me to say. You're trying to frame O'Leary, perhaps rightfully so, but I think you're barking up the wrong tree. Believe me, if I had the slightest...
Come on, Helen. Time to work on your backhand. Let's go.
Damn it.
Do you smoke? Nice meeting you, Mr. Blackmore. Did you bring my water?
Wonder how else I could have played that. What other information I could have got out of that scenario.
America's sweetheart gave you her cigarette? Dear God, she has the hots for you! I can't believe you said good old Weekly to investigate that stupid walrus while you were hanging out with Helen Moore herself! So, what do you say, you and me, we change places next time, huh?
Your turn. Now tell me, what did you find out?
You're gonna love this. You ready? I've got news, but I happen to also have a
Blacksad.
He's off with that whore, isn't he?
What? Who is... Oh, Mrs. Colbert.
I told him I knew all about it. You know, after our chat, he cried and asked me to forgive him. He said he was gonna leave her, that he loved me, and it was over. But last night he got a phone call. He said he had to work, and he still hasn't come back. Nobody's seen him at work since yesterday evening. He left with her, didn't he? Tell me the truth. I can handle it.
Yeah, I'll lie to her.
Your husband ran away with his lover. Somewhere far. Farther than you can imagine. I'd forget him if I were you. It's time to...
That good for nothing? I'm gonna scratch his eyes out. I'll tear his stupid head off. I'm gonna make him regret.
But what just happened? Is there anything you didn't tell me?
Maybe. But now it's your turn. Tell me about Cassidy. Come on, spit it out.
I didn't find anything suggesting that Cassidy had anything to do with Dunn's murder, but...
That's quite the tale.
But I know Cassidy will be playing poker tonight with one Howard M. Farnham II, a Texas tycoon looking to get his claws on the boxing business. I also know that he and Cassidy have never met in person, and that Farnham, who's staying at the Balford Hotel, hasn't left his room. Apparently, he spent the night with 3 bottles of bourbon. So, here's my incredible plan. I'll go to the hotel, I'd knock him out, and then take his place in the poker game. That way, I'll get Cassidy talking. What do you think? Incredible, right?
Didn't we agree that you would handle Helen Moore while I dealt with Cassidy next time? No?
Once it loads, I think I'm gonna stop it here. I don't have a Texas accent.
Good afternoon, Mr. Farnham.
What's going on?
Allow me to introduce myself. John Blackmore. I work for Frank Cassidy. He asked me to bring you these bottles so you could choose which one you prefer for the game.
Oh, sure. I was fixing to leave, but I guess them monuments ain't going anywhere. Well, come on in then.
Getting in Farnham's room was easy. Earning his trust was another story. But I always have an ace up my sleeve.
Get him drunk.
Blackmore? You okay, partner?
The best way to earn someone's trust is to make them believe they've earned yours. And sometimes, the best way to fake it is to tell the truth. I don't know where to begin. I ratted out a 2-timer, and now he's dead.
You told the husband and he restored her honor, right?
Something like that.
Well then, what's the problem, son? You did the right thing and that pig got what he was in for. Listen here, you're gonna get your reward, son, from our Lord Jesus and this here bottle.
One of the tricks of this trade is to be wary of the biases we all have. They cloud our judgment and blur the person in front of us, painting them with the shades of our preconceived notions of who they should be. But every once in a while, you run into someone so locked in personality that they can only be regarded as a stereotype. Farnham was a disgrace, not only to himself, but to Texas and the entire human race. To think I had to impersonate him. I wish I was like you. You seem so content, so free of burdens.
Stop right there, partner. You think this old dog don't have ticks? Let me tell you something about my first wife. Woo-wee!
Once I had gained Farnham's trust, the hard part was deciding what I needed to know to become him and not get myself killed.
What can I do for you, sir?
Howdy. My name's Howard M. Farnham II.
Okay. Should I know you? What can I do for you, sir?
Farnham was one hell of a drinker. I had to get the information out of him before he drank himself unconscious. Otherwise, I'd have to find that information myself.
Before info. Get it.
Ding Dong? Interesting name for a town.
Paper. How come I couldn't do this while doing?
Yes, I got a Vietnamese slave last time.
No, please, come in. Of course, I remember you. Take a seat.
Just saying I'm here to play poker is obviously the bad move.
I'm sure you'll understand we can't be too careful. Our host has many enemies, and someone has to keep them at bay.
This is downright outrageous. How dare you disrespect me?
Seriously? I'd love to see what you'd say about what I'd do to you if you don't answer my question. How much does it cost to get yourself a clean Vietnamese shave?
And then, sure enough, Booth put the nail on the coffin of my first marriage. You know, the wife that caught me cheating with the maid. My second marriage, too. You know what I did to her daddy? Same old with several mistresses. So I decided to stick to my guns and only deal with hookers.
Jesus Christ.
Even if I did end up marrying some.
I feel you, Mr. Farnham. So I'm going to be honest with you.
Cassie's what?
I'm betraying my boss by saying this, but Cassidy's bad news.
Sure enough, boy, he's in the boxing industry.
I mean, he won't play a fair game, but I can tell you his trick for a small share of the winnings.
What I care if I lose? If you knew how much I pay just to get into the game, you'd chew off your own pants. Pick your teeth with your belt buckle.
He's drunk.
It's just petty cash to me.
Petty cash, to be honest. I asked you how much.
Of course they gave me my receipts. These things I am, boy. Wait, I'll show you. I got it somewhere. Just a sec. I'll get it. I just put it over. I think I'll be right back.
Ding Dong?
No.
Interesting name for a town.
I did not. I wanted to look at that paper again. Okay. It's on him. No, he's luggage. It's not in his luggage. Why is it on his luggage? Quickly, quickly. There's nothing in the drawers. There's nothing in the drawers. Stop looking at the drawers.
Not even a Bible.
Jesus Christ. I've run out of time. This was stupid. This was so stupid. There it is. Christ. When I went to the other side of the bed, I didn't think I could get it. Holy shit.
Why didn't you just say you had the receipt in your pocket? I'm almost certain, but tell me, who told you to come to this barber shop?
What's it, Cassidy?
Let me tell you a little secret about my first wife, sonny boy. When I met that woman, she had no manners, no money, no nothing. Who in the hell? Farnham. By God, if it ain't the hero of the day.
What am I looking at his nose?
It's not going to be easy to sound Texan, but I'll give it my best shot. This will surely imbue me with the Texan spirit.
Oh my God. What is it? I hate how precise.
Nothing
it's
says
getting.
Texan like a cowboy hat.
What else could it be? His hand?
I probably don't need to imitate his gestures during the game, but
I'll
it
be
certainly
danged.
wouldn't hurt to try.
Yes, sir.
Knowing Farnham, the owner of this
Sure
bra
enough,
only came
I'm
here for
fixing-
business.
Anyway, Kenny, thanks
Oh,
for
so
fixing the
sweet.
game with Cassidy. God bless you, brother. The craziest goddamn Texan in New York.
My good old friend Kenny, craziest goddamn Texan in New York.
You know how many Kennys there are in New York? Kenny who?
Damn
So
it,
besides when and where the game will be, the password, and the money Farnham dished out, what else do I need? They smell like a party.
black book?
Luckily, there was only one Kinney in Farnham's address book, Kinney Eakes, residing at...
Cornell Plaza, Manhattan. Stunning penthouse.
I'm not surprised. Mr. Eakes has excellent taste. Do you happen to know what he asked for the last time he was here?
I had to look away for a second. Okay, where's somewhere I haven't gone? The other side of the closet.
No matter how superficial someone may seem, there's always a way to win their heart.
I can't get out of this. I can't get out of it. Oh my god. I was stuck in the freaking animation for that.
Don't tell me, Billy Bob. This here is my new friend Father. Am I right?
Sure enough, your barber was fixing to give me a shave.
You can get a good shave at another time. Billy Bob is always at our beck and call.
Of course.
Hey, come on. Let's get in there before they finish all the bourbon without us.
I haven't frisked him yet, sir.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Mr. Farnham here, he's an honest Texan. And I'm sure he'll hand over his weapon if we ask him to. Right?
Sure, but you better take good care of my girl.
It'll be my pleasure.
Welcome, gentlemen. Chips are on the table and guns are in the safe. Now, we got a lovely night of poker ahead of us full of smoking and bourbon.
3 guns.
So let's get started.
Table.
Take a seat, Mr. Farnham. Let me introduce you. To my right, wearing gray boxers and weighing in at 140 pounds, the owner of Pink Vice, the largest meat market in all of Manhattan.
In other words, a real son of a bitch. No offense to the women he exploits.
Our reigning champion, Oswald Quince.
A title I aim to keep, provided our new contender here doesn't interfere.
Sorry, partner. You ain't got a chance in hell. But look at it this way. You're fixing to learn new tricks.
For better or for worse, I only need one trick. Playing well.
The truth is that our friend Farnham owns the largest and, I dare say, most entertaining establishment in Texas.
Really? So we're colleagues then?
Yeah, you wish, Quince. He owns a casino.
Damn.
And it's not even in Austin or Dallas. It's actually in a little town called, what was it? Darn it. I looked it up the other day. Had a funny ring to it. I hate it when this happens.
I thought they moved all Texan casinos to Vegas, where gambling is legal.
You mean Ding Dong, Texas?
Ding dong! That's it.
Who'd ever think of a name like that?
Well, casino or no casino, let's just hope he doesn't keep as many aces up his sleeve as the late Ventimiglia, huh?
Amen.
To my left, wearing brown boxers and weighing in at 396 pounds.
Frank, show some respect, huh?
The hospitality tycoon, Paulie... no.
Tycoon? I just own a small bar with pool tables. Clients drink close to nothing and play even less, but certain business transactions just couldn't happen anywhere else.
Damn it, Paulie. Why don't I know your last name?
Because they took it away from me. You have no idea how good my ex-wife's lawyer is.
Women, they even take our damn names.
Oh, some interesting characters.
You're too much, Paulie.
When you're done sightseeing, why don't you drop by La Iguana for a game of pool? And I'll buy you a drink. But I have to warn you, my clientele isn't crazy about furry fellas such as yourself.
Thanks. I love me some pool.
Perfect. It'll be my pleasure.
You looking to start your own pool business, Farnham? This guy here wants to start a boxing association in Texas. Guess who he's turning to for advice?
To be honest, several things got me worried, so I'd be much obliged for any counseling.
So, what worries you?
Rebel coaches.
Rebel coaches like Joe Dunn.
Oh, I see you done your homework. That bastard wouldn't accept the most basic rules. For example, banning boxers from official competitions when the managers don't belong to my association. Hey, don't get me wrong, I'm sorry for his death. But if they ever find the murderer, I'd be glad to pay his lawyer fees. Jesus. Billy Bob, bring out the bourbon. We're drying up here. I'll deal with a fresh deck, of course. We respect traditions in this establishment.
Poker is as boring as it is simple. All you need to do is read people's faces. And even the worst detective has that trick up his sleeve. The real issue is knowing what to play for when there's much more than just money at stake.
Play to lose. Overinflate my ego, say I'm gonna be the greatest.
Damn it! What again?
How many games have you won in a row, Quince?
And here I was hoping that Farnham would steal your championship belt.
Mark my words. Farnham will be calling his wife before the night is over.
Ha! Oh, hey. By the way, did you guys hear about Kenny's wife? Pretty tragic, huh?
What happened?
Oh, plain bad luck. Hey, but Farnham, I'm sure you know more about it than I do.
Try to remember. They're good friends, after all.
Anyway, Kenny, thanks for fixing the game with Cassidy. God bless you, brother. The craziest goddamn Texan in New York.
Bet he
And the
is.
poor fella's already got enough on his hands now that his wife. Women just gotta have their vices. But she's in a rehab clinic now, hooked on tranquilizers and all that.
That's it, tranquilizers. Don't tell me women don't have their vices, too. Bring out the bourbon, Billy Bob. Come on. Give me the bourbon.
Maybe I spoke too soon when I said that poker is easy for a good detective. Even when you play to lose, it's best to win the occasional hand to avoid suspicion. But with Quince, it was just impossible.
Well, I'll be damned. I don't believe this.
See what we mean, Farnham?
I still don't get why you keep coming for more, boys. I'm starting to think you all lose on purpose. In which case, you're about to have a blast.
Poor Farnham. Came looking to make big bucks in the city with his boxing, and he's gonna lose it all with poker.
I hope your counseling will make up for it.
Yeah, so how can I be of help?
Those there athletes hooking up with each other, like Al Stone and Helen Moore.
I see you subscribe to What's News. Yeah, my star boxer, the reigning champion. He's having an affair with America's sweetheart. Hey, I got nothing against those two idiots falling in love. don't get me wrong, but it's taking a toll on his performance. I don't think he'll lose against Yale, but I'm starting to worry a bit. You happy now?
Sure thing. Although, there is something else.
Come on, spit it out. I want to play.
Illegal gamblers.
Having to compete with illegal gamblers like that old Leary fella.
Huh? One would almost think that you live in New York, my friend. That son of a bitch killed one of my men and left the poor bastard on my damn porch. But he's a goner now. Ever since the sport got put on TV, people want a fair game, honest boxes, and no shady business. You can't break the law anymore like before. Nowadays, they gotta bribe those big network executives to negotiate for broadcasting rights. Come on, let's steal another hand before Quince accuses us of trying to break his winning streak.
Ain't gonna happen. Gentlemen, I suggest you never tell your sons about this game, unless you want to lose their respect.
Wait, you mean our sons actually respect us?
I hear you. There's no way to set boys straight these days. They don't even respond to a good old beating.
Goddamn.
I dare say Texan boys do respond to a good beating.
Hey, careful, Quince. You're talking to a pro. So, Kenny told me you had quite a house full.
How many kids you got in that house full of yours?
I can't do it. Try to remember. Yeah, why would I not try to remember?
No, that son of a bitch was about to choke on his own vomit. If I'd been a communist, perhaps the vision of a millionaire choking on his own vomit would have made my day. Even so,
still counting down.
I doubt I could have just stood there and watched him die.
No!
Unfortunately, I didn't break a sweat trying to save him.
That's bullshit. I just looked away for a second. Oh, I'm mad. Oh, I'm mad. I'm mad. No. No! Why can I not? No, wait, did it just... The hell? Okay. Fuck. God damn it. God damn it. How far back did this just set me?
That's it! Tranquilizers. Don't tell me women don't have devices, too. Bring out the bourbon, Billy Bob. Come on. Come on. Give me the bourbon.
Maybe I spoke too soon when I said that poker is easy for a good detective. Even when you play to lose, it's best to win the occasional hand to avoid suspicion. But with Quince, it was just impossible.
Well, I'll be damned! I don't believe this!
See what we mean, Farnham?
I still don't get why you keep coming for more, boys. I'm starting to think you all lose on purpose. In which case, you're about to have a blast.
Poor Farnham. Came looking to make big bucks in the city with his boxing, and he's gonna lose it all with poker.
I hope your counseling will make up for it.
Yeah? So how can I be of help?
Those there athletes hooking up with each other, like Al Stone and Helen Moore.
I see you subscribe to What's News. Yeah, my star boxer, the reigning champion. He's having an affair with America's sweetheart. Hey, I got nothing against those two idiots falling in love. Don't get me wrong, but it's taking a toll on his performance. I don't think he'll lose against Yale, but I'm starting to worry a bit. You happy now?
Sure thing. Although, there is something else.
Come on, spit it out. I want to play.
Having to compete with illegal gamblers like that old Leary fella.
Huh? One would almost think that you live in New York, my friend. That son of a bitch killed one of my men and left the poor bastard on my damn porch. But he's a goner now. Ever since the sport got put on TV, people want a fair game, honest boxes, and no shady business. You can't break the law anymore like before. Nowadays, they gotta bribe those big network executives to negotiate for broadcasting rights. Come on, let's steal another hand before Quince accuses us of trying to break his winning streak.
Ain't gonna happen. Gentlemen, I suggest you never tell your sons about this game, unless you want to lose their respect.
Wait, you mean our sons actually respect us?
I hear you. There's no way to set boys straight these days. They don't even respond to a good old beating.
I dare say Texan boys do respond to a good beating.
Hey, careful, Quince. You're talking to a pro. Kenny told me you had quite a house full.
How many kids you got in that house full of yours?
I hate that it's counting down before I even click into it. And it's counting down during the cutscenes.
No, that son of a bitch was about to choke on his own vomit. If I'd been a communist, perhaps the vision of a millionaire choking on his own vomit would have made my day. Even so, I doubt I could have just stood there and watched him die. No, deserving or not, the man would live.
Six? Well, that's something. I don't know how you deal with all of them.
All boys?
Does it have to be now?
Oh, never let Quince near one of your daughters.
Come on, Folly. Children are sacred. I won't lay a finger on them until they're 12. After that, well... let's just say... some men have needs that can only be met by a young girl that age, if you know what I mean. Are you all right, Farnham?
That damn eagle represents the lowest scum of our society. There goes your winning streak, you sick bastard.
Cheating at a game like this.
Sooner or later, the police are gonna bust your ass. Quince.
What the hell are you talking about?
I bet you're as bad at hiding those poor girls as you are at keeping that ace up your sleeve.
What? You lying piece of shit.
Quince?
Don't believe a word he's saying, Frank.
See, I'm a friend of yours, Cassidy. Can't trust him at poker, you can't trust him, period. Now
Don't you dare call me Frank.
Oh, Jesus.
Billy Bob.
It's 500 more. Huh. For washing up.
It's a deal.
Damn!
A good call, Farnham. I owe you one. Please, take that flying scumbag's tokens. And mine too, if you want them. I'm feeling generous. Hey, turns out the governor accepted my suggestion to let Bobby Yell out of prison on the day of the fight. Hey, this is turning out to be the perfect night. If you decide to go ahead with your new venture, call me, Farnham.
Your behavior at last night's game was utterly insulting. Never contact me again or I'll put an end to your pathetic life. If our common acquaintance should ask you about your business endeavors, tell him that boxing is too violent for you. Signed, Frank Cassidy. My own tracks would be covered the following morning when Cassidy read this note from Farnham.
Dear Mr. Cassidy, although I'm grateful for your kind help, last night's game made me realize that boxing is just too violent for a peaceful Texan like myself. I have decided to invest elsewhere. Yours sincerely, Howard M. Farnham II. Damn Texans.
That makes me not want to contact him again. But how do I stop it from... I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name. How do I stop the Texan from contacting him?
As for me, it was the first time in days that I had gone to bed without my daily beat. A real shame. Nothing like a bruised body to help you to sleep like a baby. Maybe I should have given myself a beating. Blacksad.
Finally! I need you at the gym, now, please!
I need it to stop for a moment.
It was like this when I got here.
Did you touch or move anything in here?
Only the phone.
Good. Calm down. I'll take care of this.
Alright, now I can pause finally. Actually, and now let's see how my Blacksad's looking before I end this. More sensitive than hard-boiled, more cautious than resolute, more pragmatic than upright. 100% romantic. What is 100% romantic? 60. More astute than obtuse, more swift than clumsy, and more talkative than silent. Being silent gets you nowhere. You're a detective, you gotta ask questions, you gotta talk, you gotta get info. Only way that's gonna happen is if you talk. Alrighty.